Ko dia ho, haramai, welcome to today's 5-minute Makerspace. Looks like I've got a bit of a mess here today, but it's actually not really the case. It's just the materials that we're going to need to make our recycled plastic kite. So I've got 2 bread bags here. We've got some wooden skewers, we've got 3 of them. We just need something to cut with, needle and thread, some sticky tape, and a pen that we can mark the bags with. Okay, let's take a closer look. So the first thing, we're just going to set one of those plastic bags aside, but take her out of bread bag and open it up. One thing to note is that the length of your skewers, and we could tie them together of course, will affect what size kite you are going to be able to make. So mine's not going to be able to be any longer than this here. So what I'm going to do at this stage, just going to trim it off a little bit. Okay. I'm just going to open it out. Just going to use this as a little bit of a guide because this will be where my skewers will go. So a kite shape, just make it here, to here, here, and to here. So the next thing we're going to do, we're not going to cut it out just yet, is we're going to join these 2 pieces together. And so it's a pretty good idea to keep them in the same spot. All right, so the next thing we want to do is we're going to tape down the skewers to the plastic. There and there, the top, and the side. Now we're going to cut that out. There we go. Now we're going to keep this bag because the next thing we're going to do in actual fact is we're going to cut some strips because all kites have a tail, do they not? I'm trying to do this quickly. And we're just literally going to tie them together like that. I want to have some overhang there because that looks like the nice little bows that you see on a kite that you might purchase. So just keep going with that until they're all done. And you can just use your tape for that too. So that gives us a lovely long tail there. All right, back over this side, we just need to loop a piece of string around this bridle here. So I'm actually just going to use a needle and a thread. Thread that through there, and then we might tie it off over here. I'm just creating a little loop there. Just tie that again. Okay, so that looks like that. Next thing we want to do is we need some string around our other skewer, and we might just wrap that off because it doesn't need to be quite so wide. So it creates a little loop to start. We might just feed that through there and then start winding our cotton around the skewer. And it's going to take some time. Just continue doing this until you've got a fair bit of the cotton around the skewer. That's probably an easier way to do it. So 2 ways you can put the cotton around the skewer. Either wind it round or just swivel your skewer. Then when you think you've got enough, it is time to tie that onto here. Tie it on, make a bit of a double loop there, double knot. Just cut it off a little bit. And there we have our kite. All we need now is a little bit of wind and to test it outside. I hope you've enjoyed making our kite today. Thanks for joining us. Ka kite.